Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here once again, and today I have a brand new video showing off Tom Clancy's XDefiant, which was just announced in full today. Now, if you don't know, this is like a first-person shooter set in the Tom Clancy universe. A lot of the environments look a little bit like The Division or games like that, and it's interesting. It's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be keeping an eye on, and I know a lot of people have their thoughts on it. It's also going to be free to play, which is huge, but we'll see how it eventually turns out. I wanted to show off the trailer, my reaction, and my thoughts afterwards. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 1,000 subs. It really helps me out, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, we're going to dive into the trailer, and I hope you enjoy.
We're excited to share a first look at a project we're developing at Ubisoft San Francisco. This is our take on a multiplayer first-person shooter.
We need to get you in early and find out what you think.
Our goal is to make a best-in-class shooter for you, the players, to compete
and have fun with your friends.
It's fast-paced firefights
meets punk rock mosh pit.
We're proud to introduce our new game,
Tom Clancy's XDefiant. Your feedback is
Punk
essential
rock,
to help us make this game great.
Later in this video, we'll tell you how to get involved.
But first, we'll get into the action.
This is a free-to-play, high-octane shooter combining realistic gunplay with personalized classes.
Those classes are represented in our game as factions, each bringing unique gameplay and team dynamics. Every faction comes equipped with traits, abilities, and an ultra to complement your playstyle and the faction's role. Used skillfully, each faction is capable of swinging the momentum of a match. Our factions are at the heart of the game. They're inspired by maverick groups from across Tom Clancy's games and beyond.
It's an interesting
From this
idea.
inspiration, we created new characters and gameplay unique to our shooter. And we'll continue to add to this diverse cast as the game evolves.
I'm not sure if I like the look of it.
You define your role. We know to be a great shooter, the gunplay has to be our top priority.
Facts.
We have an ever-growing arsenal of authentic weapons and attachments. We put a lot of care into how our weapons look and feel. We've crafted every weapon attachment for precise, satisfying gunplay.
Got a little Call of Duty vibes to the gunplay. Not a
Players
bad
can
thing.
mix and match any faction and weapon loadout. You can swap at respawn to adapt to a changing battlefield. Personalize your faction and loadout to be what you need when you need it.
And I can't stress this hard enough. We are a shooter first.
And your abilities and ultras create unique opportunities to set up nail-biting shootouts and unforgettable clutch plays.
That's what most, I think, shooter players ask for.
Personalizing classes, guns, and gear in a fast-paced fight is a whole new experience in Tom Clancy gaming.
Yes, give me the
We're super
flamethrower.
stoked by what we've accomplished so far.
And I couldn't be more proud of our incredible team. We want to personally thank everyone that's worked so hard during the pandemic to keep the momentum going on this game.
It's a good gesture.
We
Lots
understand
of
that
pets.
it's been even harder for some of you. We hope that we can build a community that's a place where people can connect and have fun.
And we're committed to creating a welcoming game based on fair play and transparency, whether you're playing casually or pushing yourself competitively.
Now, the game's still in early
That's
development,
impossible.
but we're gearing up to let you in as soon as possible. So register right now to participate in our early rollout phases.
Thank you so much for watching. We really want your input, so please reach out to us on social media.
Okay. So the first test outs in August, which is pretty soon, coming to all the platforms it looks like, from Ubisoft, who don't really have a history of a game like this, so that'll be very interesting. My initial impressions are COD that looks like The Division, but also has a little bit of Valorant or Overwatch involved as far as the class system. So we'll see how it all shakes out. I think some of the major questions I'm going to have are balancing of the abilities, obviously, because it looked like there was a wide range of stuff, and there's no way that all of that is going to be perfectly balanced against each other. How's the gunplay feel? How the game looks? Early on, it looks interesting. It looks like a Ubisoft game. It doesn't have the sleek movement, I think, of a game like Call of Duty or Destiny, which I play a lot. So that'll be something to keep in mind and check out as we start to get into alphas and betas, all of that kind of good stuff. I do wonder what they're doing with the Tom Clancy name. I feel like not having games like Splinter Cell, not having games like their main brand Tom Clancy games really take off currently is a bit of a problem. It's something that I hope they work on. And if this game is successful, I hope it doesn't deter them from releasing those mainline franchise games in the future, because there are a lot of shooters out there. It's very competitive. We've got Battlefield coming out later this year, another COD coming out, shooters release every few months, it seems like. So having a new one added to the mix, it's free to play, so that's huge. Are they going to have anti-cheat? Are they going to be able to control the cheater population? We've seen that be a problem within a lot of other free-to-play games, Destiny, Warzone, Apex Legends. So is that going to be a problem, or is it less of an issue because it's not a huge BR? You're not really going to match those players all that often. If the player base is big enough and there's a few cheaters, it's not a huge deal as long as they can crack down on them quickly enough and kind of control that population. The problem with like Warzone, 150 players, skill-based matchmaking and all that kind of stuff means that you're going to have a higher amount of cheaters per game because of the way that works out. As far as XDefiant, I'm excited. I want to get hands-on. I want to check it out. I think it's a game that has a lot of potential. Could be really fun, especially if the factions are handled well and they add that wrinkle to shooters to separate it from something like COD, like all the other shooters on the market, honestly. And that's really what new games need to think about. What is their niche? Where are they going to separate themselves from the crowded space that they're in? And I hope it does. The more games we have that are able to bring something fun, cool, and unique to the table, the more options players have to dive into and really enjoy themselves and find where they enjoy playing the most, whether it's ability-centric like Overwatch, or whether it's straight gunplay like COD, or everything in between. As long as we find as many of those games as possible so everyone can find the place that they have the most fun, I think we'll be in a good spot overall. So I'm hopeful that this is successful. I have some reservations about what I've seen so far, but overall I'm excited and I can't wait to see how it launches. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. My name is JoPaWrites, and I'll catch you all later.